The following trailer is rated S for spoilers.
Yes, for spoiler.
In a world of indefinite production purgatory, where video games die before they ever see the light of day, comes a game that clawed its way out of the grave and is here to make you say, wait, that's still a thing?
I know, right? It's insane!
Dead Island 2. Witness the tumultuous beginnings of Dead Island 2, a game that was announced in 2014, then faded into complete obscurity, except for a sprinkling of trailers here and there. And at one point, a knockoff Jack Black arcade side-scroller? What?
They took my freaking cat! And my sweet ride, too!
Then, after almost a whole decade of being MIA, just sort of came out with a fully fleshed out game that everyone thought would be dead on arrival. Did you get it? 'Cause zombies are dead? Sorry, I was too busy killing things to write a joke here. Get ready to jet set through glamorous LA as Dead Island decides to ditch the island part entirely for a coast? Sending you throughout different parts of Los Angeles, well, the nice parts of LA anyway, as you're surrounded by the most vapid and annoying group of survivors ever, and the game tries to convince you to care about them, despite the fact that they're all raging douchebags that you would also smash with a bat. Which is fine, it turns out, because they mostly turn into zombies that you can smash with a bat. Then get into the other typical zombie plot stuff, like the origins of the outbreak, the government being bad at their jobs, and zombies being the zenith of some new evolution of humanity, yada yada yada. In a perfectly serviceable story that they didn't really need to convince you to swing something heavy at a bunch of influencers and celebrities. Now that's what I call a real power fantasy. Swing like a more roided up Sammy Sosa in Dead Island 2's combat that will have you doing an LA riot's worth of looting to MacGyver a bunch of garbage onto a variety of weapons to make them even deadlier as you add perks and different elemental attributes in an attempt to interact with the game's many environmental hazards that will turn the tide of battle, or just have you setting yourself on fire. As you try to synergize elements like you're playing Genshin, except with a machine gun. Then pick up a bunch of skill cards that you'll mix and match to fit your playstyle, but mostly you'll just cave in a parade of faces and gory detail. In gameplay that gives you the fast-paced zombie smashing action you expected, and does it surprisingly well, assuming your tendons don't snap from the sheer amount of zombies they throw at you. You know the most unrealistic thing about this game isn't the monster powers, it's the fact that it takes you like an hour to find a gun in the US. So swing that face-smashing bat, and get ready to squash zombie heads like they're overripe pumpkins, in a game that had every reason to be an unadulterated garbage fire, but turned out to be a solid experience that delivers what you'd expect out of it. No, it's not a masterpiece, and you'll probably forget it immediately after you finish it, but that doesn't stop it from giving you exactly what you want. Deeply excessive violence.
Holy.
Starring Lenny Kravitz, Magic Mike, John Lethal, SoundCloud rapper, Rockabilly, Rhea Ripley, Emma Not Important, one of the only black guys to survive for a sequel, Dr. Deadlittle, and the old couple that wants to invite you to their swingers party, Dying Light. But for people that have joint problems and can't do parkour at all, 2. With the way the game ended, I cannot wait for Dead Island 3, and I'll have plenty of time to play it when it releases in 30 years. Tell us what you'd like to hear in my epic voice in the comments below. Stop, he's already dead. This remaster period is a link to the past. The man who enters hell is not the man who leaves. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Cheeky Nando's with the lads.
Huge thanks to the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp. Food and shitting itself. The difference is you have to pay for the food that your critter shits out.
Know what else is interesting?
Okay, now it's too much. Maybe that's the point, but the point is too much.
What was Gemma thinking?
Just thinking it's my niece's birthday. I'm gonna get her a present.
She works for the company that makes them.
This is a really shitty way to talk about your sister in front of her niece. Was this purely for exposition, or to make me feel better about them dying tragically because they're terrible people? As if it matters.
Honestly, what is the purpose of a toy if you have to play with it on an iPad?
How can a parent in 2022, a time when the iPad and similar such devices have been around for over a decade, say this with a straight face? I feel like someone wanted to give Katie's mom a get off my lawn feel, but used a reference from the wrong generation.
Katie, what are you doing?
Using this seatbelt unbuckling to goose the tension.
And just wait for one of those snow trucks to clear the road.
Yeah, how long is that gonna take?
Oh, you and the perfectly prophetic line delivery you snowplowed in on, movie. This buffering circle was clever in the theater, but at home, it immediately caused me to pause the movie and scream in frustration, how can this be buffering? It's on a goddamn Blu-ray disc! By the time I realized what was happening, the TV had already been redecorated with a pizza, and I refused to take sole blame for my short temper.
Remember, the key to fun is funky.
Not following this up with Brass Monkey Junkie, that funky monkey. Are you f***ing kidding me with this shit? A brightly lit ball and a tennis racket are not going to keep kids this age amused when TikTok, YouTube, and stickball are things that exist.
If we could at least show him what we have,
No,
he would...
You said so yourself, not until she's ready.
And why would we talk to our boss when there is so much pronoun gaming to be had first?
Is that what I think it is?
If the answer is fragile, I sure f***ing hope not. Megan is hanging here like some creepy robot Jesus, and I'm struggling to make sense of the symbolism.
They do it for half the price.
But how much of your overhead is being eaten up by your tablet budget?
David, the only way to stay ahead of the competition is to come up with toys that are too advanced to replicate.
No, the key is to accept that there will always be rip-offs and variations on your theme, and the trick is to build brand loyalty and release products on a consistent schedule, or at least that's the hope of the tech company I was totally referring to.
I know the tech on pets seems more complex than it needs to be, but that's only because I was using it as a launch pad for something bigger.
If that's the case, would it be so hard to remove a bunch of features, giving David his cheaper product while continuing to develop Skynet?
In each pet, we installed a listening model that targets conversational patterns among kids.
You did not just tell me that.
I don't think any of us believe that this kind of is too far removed from reality. And thanks for dooming us all to a week's worth of ads about how our technology isn't spying on us.
Model 3 generative android. Megan, for short.
Actually, I think you came up with Megan first and then came up with what the letters mean. So it's not Megan for short. It's that first thing you said for long. Also, the troll in me wants to call her Mithrigan for the rest of this movie, but saying it just once annoyed me so much that I can't commit. So here are 20 sins for using numbers in your branding as a substitute for imagination. Also, roll Crithredits.
It's probably just a race condition. It'll literally take me a minute to fix.
That's racist.
I might have forgotten to put in the polypropylene barrier.
Okay, this looks pretty dramatic, but this really shouldn't be game over. Megan malfunctioned because of a dumbass, not because she has a fundamental flaw, other than the obvious avoid the robot-dominated end times thing. Megan's head explodes and it's full of rocks? Who the f*** is Roxy?
Welcome home, Gemma. You have 6 unanswered voice messages and 5 Tinder notifications.
Elsie, turn off.
Hilarious, but why would anyone have their Tinder notifications broadcasted like this under any circumstances? I'm assuming she brings friends over at some point, so is she just bragging? Is 5 brag-worthy? It's 5 more than I've ever had.
Oh, those aren't toys, Katie.
Movie will make a big thing about Katie not being able to play with these toys now, so Gemma can look like an ass when she has to open one later. But it's all under the guise of there being no toys in the house, which there absolutely are. They're just packed in boxes. Boxes you could go through right now to grab a few toys and books for Katie. This coaster scene is to establish how out of touch Gem is with kids, when the real issue is how out of touch kids are with coasters.
I just want you to know that I'm gonna do everything I can to make this place feel like home.
Are you leaving it then?
Yeah, they called and offered to help, but they live in Florida. They're kind of weird.
Redundant sentences. Also, Florida is always gonna Florida. This is just something we as a nation have come to terms with, so I'm not sure why Gemma thinks living there makes any less sense than building a robot caretaker.
What about these ones up here?
Those aren't toys. They're Aunt Gemma's collectibles. You're not supposed to play with them.
Gemma is a terrible parent, no doubt, but it's wild how much Katie seems to want to go into foster care. Opening the box of your collectible did not require the absolute destruction of it.
Well, it's a toy. I'm sure it's not that complicated.
Listen, I am over a week into building a robotic hand blaster that I bought for my nephew. You lady. Also, the story won't ever benefit from me hating this therapist, but here we are.
You're gonna need to make 1 or 2 adjustments in order for this to work.
Seriously, this therapist is a total dick. She's acting like Katie is living in a goddamn brothel under a meth lab next door to an asbestos plant, all because Gemma doesn't have experience playing with a kid.
What's that?
Oh, that's Bruce.
It's Australian for Chekhov.
If I had a toy like Bruce, I don't think I'd ever need another toy again.
The same lie I told my parents about the Fushigi magic gravity ball is the catalyst that inspires Gemma to build her murder bot. But seriously, is this the inspiration that Gemma needed? What light bulb did this switch on that wasn't already lit? What was Megan's purpose if it wasn't to be a kid's best friend? Also, isn't this the worst idea for a toy company? If this actually becomes the last toy you ever need, I don't care how expensive it is, you will be screwed in the long term. Repeatedly buying shit that we don't need to replace shit we also didn't need but is now broken or older than the new shit we don't need is the backbone of our economy. Yay, capitalism! We will now expedite the creation of life by montaging its way through all the typing, rendering, and soldering required to make a scientific breakthrough. Wait, how is any of the work that Gemma is doing through Bruce not upside down, reversed, or impossible? Gemma's co-workers are doing whatever Gemma wants without question because, well, that's right, we don't know why.
David, I just want to be exceedingly clear that this was not my idea.
But I didn't tell you about it until now, and I contributed a lot to the overall design, so as you can see, I deserve a promotion, a private jet, and other things that don't make sense for my character. While we're on the topic, how do these people still have a job? Not only have they ignored David's arbitrary deadline, but they must have somehow spent even more of the company's money getting the Megan prototype to work. How are they allowed access to anything after squandering $100,000?
It's nice to meet you, Katie.
Ah, kill it now!
There's nothing there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Spilling this glass of water was actually deliberate, but of course it's played as a up so that we'll all be more impressed by the inkjet printer in a skin suit.
This is incredible. I mean, this is unbelievable, isn't it?
Yes, I don't believe it either.
So bottom line is, this isn't going anywhere without Greg.
He's the chairman.
Yeah, I know who Greg is, Kurt.
Yeah, but we didn't. God, Gemma, think about the audience that no one is supposed to know about.
Get me a list of things I can say in a presentation that makes it sound like I know what I'm talking about.
The writing prompt from the CinemaSins narrator to every CinemaSins writer somehow makes its way into the script. Wait a minute.
I want you all to remember this moment. The moment we kicked Hasbro right in the
and somehow, the thing I said to the CinemaSins team when we released Everything Wrong with Transformers also makes it into the script.
Sculpted from a titanium core.
You know, for kids.
Megan's designed to withstand whatever life can throw at her.
As long as it's some kind of ball on the end of a long stick and not a college project called Bruce operated by a 9-year-old.
And can be fully customized through 6 different silicone skin pigmentations.
Thinking that 6 different color pigments qualify as fully customizable. Which 6 colors, Funky? Which 6?
Through our own unique approach to probabilistic inference, Megan is on a constant quest for self-improvement.
Through the writer's own unique approach to writing obvious hubris, the audience has no doubt that this will end poorly.
Katie, you should use a coaster.
Of all the payoffs in this movie, I'm most glad that the coaster drama came full circle.
Crazy.
It's insane, right?
This reaction to any conversation about coasters. Being happy to have a doll staring at you while you sleep.
How did Katie's parents die?
Whoa.
I thought she was turned off.
Yeah, Megan, turn off.
Saying any of these responses instead of, kill it now!
Katie James, daughter of Nicole and Ryan James, killed in a collision on Interstate 84 outside of Oregon.
Interstate 84 outside of Oregon could be Idaho, Utah, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. Most likely means Idaho, but I-84 exists on the East Coast too. The interstate roads are almost incomprehensible, and Eisenhower doesn't get nearly enough flack for that. Also, they're so shocked that Megan has access to Google that they completely gloss over the fact that she just ignored Gemma's command to turn her off. I'm sorry, but when the off button on the AI with a titanium skeleton stops working, all other considerations should pass into oblivion. You know, before the human race does too.
Death is the end of life.
Holy shit.
Total and permanent cessation of all vital functions.
Yes, but let's not make a big deal out of it. Everything dies.
Saying this instead of, kill it now!
Your goal is to protect Katie from harm, both physical and emotional.
Look, you don't need to be a parent to know that pain in all of its forms is an unavoidable part of growing up. How does no one, apart from Tess, realize that this shouldn't be Megan's function? Or do we just use this to set up that Megan takes this as permission to kill the extreme prejudice thing?
I'm missing part.
Yes, Gemma. You are now my second primary user.
I'm gonna sound like a dick here, but
what do you mean? What do you mean? Wait, what? I'm learning the best I know how. Okay. Doing line art.
Okay, you can't have two.
This is start at least. Still in chat? No. Sad. Yes. Skip.
Two primary users. By definition, Gemma is now the secondary user. Let's at least make sure our new AI overlords know that words are important.
Get away from her! Gemma!
If you're hearing this, you're not currently on our subscriber feed.
It's funny because she's such a bad mother.
This wouldn't have happened if you'd fixed the fence!
The orientation of this fence suggests that it is either your fence or there are no good neighbor laws in whatever part of just outside Seattle this is supposed to be. And I'm fine with sending both.
So, how would you like to help me make a flower decoration with nothing more than some colored paper and a rubber band?
I know, it does sound terrible. This Union Jack-inspired bow is so distracting. Is this nod to the British supposed to make me hate her more? I mean, it's working, but I don't like feeling manipulated.
Every day I wake up in this strange house, and I remember that my parents are dead.
Katie seems really sad here, so I wrote her a joke. What do you get when you cross skiing with a trip? Skip! Kurt, every disgruntled PA in cinema ever is going to steal everything to do with Megan because something unrelated B-plot, but does he have to be a total dumbass about it? He's using his work laptop and transferring them to a drive called Kurt's Docs. Okay, he might not be worried about being fired, but surely he's worried about being sued. Also, what was the point of showing a locked file if Kurt can still access it with just a double click?
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare Thumb War.
Allowing the child in your care to play Thumb Wars with an android capable of winning the last war humanity ever fights.
Katie, your hot dog.
I wouldn't want to eat a hot dog with this tied off balloon end either. What the props person?
So there's this new game called Tic-Tac-Toe.
This new game called Tic-Tac-Toe. Did Gemma and crew not know that they built in the capability for Megan to move silently like a ninja assassin?
You made her cry.
That was not my intention.
And yet, that's what happened.
Lydia follows up this interaction by saying,
She's very impressive.
Instead of, kill it now!
If you make a toy that's impossible to let go of, then how do you ever expect a child to grow?
You know, I thought the idea of an updated Chucky movie was pretty fucking cool, especially with the Uncanny Valley preteen Annabelle aesthetic. But so much of this movie is dealing with the moral ambiguity of parents allowing technology to raise their kids. That's great, but it's not what the trailer told me. I'm used to trailers misleading me, but can you at least mislead me into something fun?
As remarkable as she is, and she is remarkable, you could be building emotional connections with this doll that are too hard to untangle.
Gemma hears this, but then takes another 20 minutes of runtime to arrive at the conclusion that maybe selling thousands of these things is a bad idea. No amount of redemptive actions will make this not her supervillain origin story.
And who's this? Your sister? Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is the only believable response to Megan in the whole movie.
We do have a toy table where the kids leave their dolls and things like that. She's actually a working prototype, so I shouldn't even have her out in public.
And yet out in public, Megan shall sit as if she wasn't the single most valuable piece of technology to ever wear a bow, wig, and eyes too big for her head. This would be like Steve Jobs leaving the first iPhone at the Microsoft HQ break room and hoping the honor system will hold true.
Felix, you can go with Brandon. Yeah.
When one kid actively does not want to partner with another kid, there are two possible problems. The first is that kids are kids and Felix is an asshole. The second is that kids are kids and Brandon is a psychopath. Either way, this isn't just a let's find you another partner situation.
Megan?
Megan slipped away? How the f could that possibly have happened? How are Gemma's eyes not glued to that toy table as if her job wasn't on the line?
Megan!
These kids are like 10 years old, so how the f are they being allowed to wander around a goddamn forest unattended? I know Katie has run off, but how did that happen? Is this normal? If this is normal, that's f***ing terrifying, and we should not be allowed to have kids. This ear is too stretchy. Did Gemma pre-program Megan to get up in the creepiest way possible, or did Megan watch The Ring on the way over here? This type of running on all fours looks less effective than running upright. Fortunately for our murder bot, the shitty kid trips on a vine, rolls down a hill, falls into a road, and gets hit by a car. Convenient as all heck for Megan, and I'm never not sending a Rube Goldberg machine of death, no matter how much you make me hate this kid. I get that you can tell a lot from the facial expressions, but Megan is pinning down very specific emotional states to the percentage, or at least on a scale of 1 to 100. Are we saying that at any one point we can feel anything from 1% guilt to 100% guilt? How the f do you work that out? And why is this technology in a kid's toy? Also, is this saying that we're only ever feeling 5 feelings at once? Because I'm feeling bored, annoyed, irritated, confused, bemused, befuddled, and vexed, all in equal measure.
I won't let anything harm you ever again.
Okay, but what is she gonna do when a 21-year-old Katie gets drunk and eats a questionable midnight Taco Bell? Is she gonna kill everyone at the restaurant? Or the people that sold her the alcohol? What about when she watches a horror movie with an interestingly original concept that fails to deliver and ends up being a pretty bland rehash of horror tropes? What then, Megan? Are you gonna murder everyone in Blumhouse? Are you? Nail guns don't work like this, and if this woman had one, why didn't she fix the hole in the fence?
You tell me your whereabouts last night?
This disheveled detective cliche arrives to do little more than look like an alcoholic who's too strung out to wear a tie properly.
You were in the park where that boy was killed?
Are you trying to make a connection?
Oh, no, God, no.
The detective will go on to say that he found a shitty kid's ear in the forest, and that they're treating it as a homicide and not an accident. Means he absolutely is trying to make a connection between the two
I'm
events.
proud of you.
At the very least,
Proud
he
of me
should be.
how?
Then I found the kid's ear up this bank like 200 yards from
I
where he was
haven't drawn in
killed. Point
days.
is,
I
we're
feel
also
like
treating
I
that as a
lost
potential homicide.
my...
I know Gemma has a lot riding on this, but Megan has
My-
raised enough red flags at this
my
point
knowledge.
that Gemma should absolutely
What
be
does this
worried
test
that
do?
she killed this kid, and probably the neighbor, and certainly that dog. Call me a prude, but I feel that triple homicide trumps a telling off from your boss. But of course, Gemma won't act on it yet because we still have
Smooth
half an
blind
hour
art.
of this shit left to go. Holy shit, his malice was at 79? I think Megan did the world a favor. Is this a quiet RoboCop reboot? I know I've mentioned this already, but it bears repeating. How is Megan differentiating between malice, spite, contempt, and resentment? Those are some pretty nuanced differences we're talking about. And how the f is she picking up on contentment? Does this kid look content to you?
Do you see this pen?
Gemma shuts Megan down because she suspects she has killed multiple people, and then she wraps her in bubble wrap instead of immediately dismantling her.
We've taken every possible precaution there is to make sure that Megan never causes physical harm to anybody.
Everything except not building her. The problem with these types of movies is that we've seen so many films about technology going rogue that it's more ridiculous that people don't suspect the murder bot first. Right now, if you asked me if I thought a robotic children's toy was killing people, I'd be like, yeah, probably. Then I'd go back to eating my sandwich.
She's the toy every kid wants and every parent needs. At least that's what Funky Toy says.
News position. Also, news position that doesn't actually give us anything new.
And what kind of a toy retails for $10,000?
I call bullshit on that price point based on nothing but the titanium core you were bragging about earlier.
So, Katie, tell us a bit about yourself.
By the end, Gemma does learn her lesson about robots, but are we certain she's learned not to exploit children who lost their parents in a horrible accident?
But even though she knows everything there is to know about the world, she's still more interested in what I think about it.
I guess this might work on parents, but this is a very
This
odd
side
pitch.
looks
if
so
you want to
weird.
appeal
How
to
do I fix
kids.
this?
This might be the friend kids need, but it's not the friend they want. They'll be much more impressed if you show Megan doing a 3-point landing while singing a sea
I
shanty.
fix
Yeah, fucking sea shanties. How the f did they become a trend?
Now imagine what a toy like Megan could do for hundreds of thousands of kids all across the world, even the ones who don't have dead parents.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ronnie Chang.
I can't promise you that these feelings you're feeling are ever gonna go away. But I can promise you that you'll get through it.
After being robotic for most of the movie, Gemma suddenly becomes emotionally available and articulate, all of which feels unearned. Sure, let's just dismiss the 37-second phone call that just took place on Tessa's phone that she clearly wasn't a part of while we test the glitching AI. Oh, you f***ing dick. Could have unplugged this last cable from behind her like the rest, but you just had to put yourself in prime position for this f***ing jump scare, didn't you dick?
Call!
I don't believe there is a company around that would make a toy this durable, and even if that was the goal, I don't think you had to give her the strength of a Terminator. This rope is partially and obviously pre-cut.
What's that smell?
Megan stabbed the container, so we know something was leaking, but whatever caused the ignition of this flammable liquid is the work of pure imagination. Cool visual, but Megan could have turned these off immediately or prevented them from going off in the first place. But no, she's got to be all cinematographic and cool and This dancing scene is terrifying and stylistic, but it occurs without any explanation beyond Megan enjoying her work. Why in the name of f***ing does the blade from that paper cutter look like a machete? Is this a novelty paper cutter? That would be a f***ing weird find in a machete manufacturer's office, let alone a toy company. Despite David running and Megan Michael Myersing, he will somehow not get away.
Security! Help!
But why does she want to kill David? That shitty kid and the shitty neighbor died because they fell into the loophole of threatening Katie's happiness. I know David is a dick, but what did he do to Katie? See, it's okay that these people die because David was a jerk and Kurt was a secret selling nerd. Rejoice! So Megan can connect to anything electronic? Because earlier Tess and Cole unplugged her because they seemed to think it would stop her from being able to mess with the lights and shit. She has no connection to this car at all. So how is she getting it to work? Also, if this is a feature she has, why aren't Cole and Tess aware of it? I get that Megan can learn and adapt, but can she grow new f***ing hardware that allows her to wirelessly control shit? As Megan the Stabpanion plays toy soldiers on the piano, I really wonder who programmed her with a sense of dramatic villainy, or at the very least, why did she decide to learn it?
I thought about what you said. About how when something's broken, you don't just throw it away. You fix it.
Yeah, but sometimes movies just don't turn out the way you hope they would. It's okay to go back to the drawing board or even... Oh, she's talking about Megan the toy, not Megan the movie, isn't she? Why the f*** did a splash of water to the head turn her into the girl from the f***ing Exorcist? Imagine if this had happened under regular circumstances. Who made her this way? Gemma actually thinks that obstacles you can step over are going to hinder Megan's pursuit. This is a fully sentient, anthropomorphized robot, not a Roomba. The laughable struggle to get the hedge trimmer off this hook goes on for all the some time.
There's another member from the family we didn't tell you about. His name is Bruce.
This is some plot-convenient badassery, but it's still super convenient. Megan co-opted all the other technology in the house, but neglected to assume control of Bruce because he's plot-gapped. Gemma sees Bruce's head, and we all get prepared for her to do something really clever with the technology inside, but then she does something super in character and uses it as a bludgeoning weapon.
I have a new primary user now. Me.
Megan apparently learned how to villain from the best of the business as she taunts her victim with quippy one-liners instead of finishing the job immediately. Pretty sure if you are in need of oxygen, they take you to the hospital and not to a secondary crime scene. I was tempted to give a sin removal as a thanks for not making me sit through the credits just to get to this very predictable "Aha! Megan isn't dead" reveal. But the sequel bait irked me so much that I'm gonna give it an extra 50 instead.
Hello, IT? Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I'm a planet.
Megan, say hi to David.
You know what, David? You get murdered first for once.
You removed it from its original packaging.
No! It's no longer a collectible!
What's that?
Oh, that's Bruce.
Hello, Bruce.
Get away from her! Gemma!
If you're hearing this, you're not currently on our subscriber feed.
Megan, did you do
Kiss
something
off.
wrong?
I'm going to kill you, and all the cake is gone.
On 3,
Okay.
2.
Today, we're breaking down what's really going on with this messy Selena Gomez scandal, talking how big or small it is that Trump just lost an abuse and defamation case, really concerning news coming out of Pakistan. We're talking all of that and so much more on today's brand new Philip DeFranco show, so buckle up, hit that like button, and let's just jump into it, you beautiful bastards. Starting with, please brace yourself for, without a doubt, the weirdest phone call to be leaked in 2023 so far.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Hey, Alex, it's Tucker. Do you have a minute to talk?
Absolutely.
I was thinking we could do a show together where we're topless and we suck each other's nipples and sort of play with them. a bit.
AI.
It would be a comment on gender
really great
roles,
idea.
sort of a funny parody thing.
So Alex Jones there is real. That's actually him, but Tucker's voice is not. Instead, that was an AI voice clone created by Canadian prankster Chris James, also known by the streamer name Prank Stallone. He apparently somehow got the phone numbers for both Jones and Carlson, faked being Carlson to call Jones, with Alex initially buying into it, but eventually realizing the trick and then hanging up, which is where it might have ended had not Jones then devoted a whole 30 minutes of his show to talk about the incident and even threaten James with litigation.
Hey, let me tell the little prankster, Prank Stallone, something. Tucker Carlson's lawyers are involved in what you did, we believe is a crime. So I think even though you think you're safe up in Canada, you're gonna get arrested for what you did yesterday. So keep laughing, you little arrogant person.
And after that, he goes on to rant about the dangers of misinformation, he's the best guy for that. Right, in order to pay over $1 billion to the families of Sandy Hook victims. But that said, while he is someone who peddles it for a living, yeah, the dangers of AI misinformation and deepfakes is a real thing. We've talked about this on the show for a while. Which, if anything, the bad news is that this is like the least horrible use of AI voice cloning or deepfakes or misinformation that we've seen recently. And it's really only gonna get worse. And then Americans are on edge right now. One of the ways we're seeing that play out are all these innocent folks just getting shot up for the dumbest reasons by paranoid maniacs. It feels like the things that used to shock us have now made us numb and have become normal. And we've now got yet another story in this category, this time with a guy who shot a little girl in the back of the head for playing hide and seek on his property. Reportedly, 58-year-old David Doyle says he took out his gun when he saw, quote, shadows outside his home in a rural Louisiana town. So he went out there, saw people running away from his house, and he just let the bullets fly, with him hitting the 14-year-old, though luckily her injuries were reportedly non-life-threatening. But of course, he's now been arrested and charged with several counts of aggravated this and that. But the American crazy train also doesn't end with him, because we're also hearing about 22-year-old Seth Point, who's waiting at a stoplight in his blue Mustang when he just fucking snaps. He rear ends the SUV in front of him, then lurching back and slamming into the pickup truck behind him. And as the woman in the SUV gets out, he apparently tries to drive away, but crashes into a box truck in another lane instead. But it's not over yet, because he backs up, going over the median and smashing into a Porsche, driving in the opposite direction, with him then coming full circle with all the grace and elegance, once again plowing into the first SUV, forcing it forward several feet. And so now Seth has been charged with felony assault with a deadly weapon. And this guy just seemingly filled with so much rage, and it also doesn't feel like he's alone. Even if it's anecdotal, it just seems like there's an extra amount of people out there right now responding to the tiniest offense with the nuclear option. And with all this chaos happening, I feel like I have a new best trait. Like, I used to feel bad that I was this non-confrontational introvert, but apparently that's a fucking superpower in America these days. Where I grew up seeing any interaction with another human being as like exhausting work. Turns out my subconscious self-defense system S tier. So yeah, I guess the moral of this story is be careful out there, America, but also don't be careful in the overly aggressive, crazy way that we've seen other people be careful. And then, are you a stan? Or are you just a lame-ass bully? That's the question at the center of this news around Selena Gomez fans. Because apparently they're no longer focused on bullying Hailey Bieber and instead are focusing on Francia Raisa. Right, and Francia, if you don't know, she's an actress. She's on How I Met Your Father, but a lot of people, especially Selena's fans, know her as the friend who donated her kidney to Selena amid her lupus diagnosis in 2017. Right, an absolutely monumental thing to do for anyone, and Francia at the time called it a life-changing experience. But in the years since that happened, there have been headlines and rumors about drama between the two, people wondering if they're throwing shade at one another, if they're even friends anymore. Do they hate each other? Right? Stuff like that. And so recently TMZ was like, let's get the answer and/or just instigate something. And so they saw and/or track down Francia on the street and they started asking her questions about this. But she was plainly refusing to answer questions about Selena.
How's everything going with you and Selena? I know you followed her. You still don't follow her. Are things good with you guys?
Sunday is so fun.
Do you guys talk at all? Are you willing to follow her back? Will you follow her back eventually?
What kind of tree do you think this is? This is hiding on probably avocado? No.
Right, she's just dodging questions left and right, and Selena's fans seemingly didn't respond well to this. And if you head to her Instagram, it's not hard to find people saying negative, nasty, horrible things to her. Which brings us to yesterday with TMZ posting a clip of her talking to that same paparazzo, with her telling him that their previous conversation caused a big mess for her.
I didn't mean to do all that, but you know, it happens.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure no one means to do anything, but you know, now I'm being bullied like
What's
crazy.
new?
He then asked what kind of comments she's been receiving, to which she said,
I think the one that probably hurt the most was, I hope someone goes up your and rips out your other kidney.
with her adding that given everything, she doesn't feel like talking to TMZ, but the only thing she wanted to add was that bullying is never okay.
In no way, shape, or form does anyone condone bullying.
Yeah.
Especially Selena.
Yeah.
She literally has a whole nonprofit dedicated to mental health.
Okay.
She's literally out there saying, please stop.
Uh-huh.
So I don't understand why it's not stopping, not just for me,
Yeah.
but for others that are also
Yeah.
being antagonized online.
Right, that last bit likely referencing the Hailey Bieber drama from earlier this year with tons of people attacking Hailey in the defense of Selena. But it got so out of hand that Hailey got death threats and Selena had to tell her fans to knock it off. Which, yes, this is a story about Selena Gomez's fans, but it's also a conversation about stan culture in general. Because there's really been no shortage of examples of how quickly people move to bully and harass others online and how people are using fandoms as a weapon. Or you've seen Taylor Swift stans going after the men they think her songs are about. In the same vein, you had Olivia Rodrigo fans going after her ex, Harry Styles fans going after Olivia Wilde. And often these things just take on a life of their own. Or even when you have people like Selena saying, stop it, you end up seeing examples of stans breaking down the way she said it and, you know, did she actually mean it? Was she actually calling it for this, or was it actually another jab? And understand, I'm not saying that if you're a fan of any of the people mentioned, or, you know, there's so many people we didn't even mention in this story, I'm not saying like you're a bad person. I understand why so many people don't speak out against this, because it's horrifying to see a massive mob go after you. That's why with this whole situation, I gotta pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts on this? Right, and I ask this whether you're part of or outside of general stan culture. And then, okay, picture this. You're on a business trip, it's late, you're tired, you peel off your socks, you flop into bed at a cozy Hilton hotel, you fall into a deep sleep, and then you have a weird dream. All of a sudden you feel wet. There's like wet sounds. Your feet kind of tickle. And when you wake up, you realize, oh, I'm not in a dream, I'm in a nightmare. Because you find a man at the end of your bed actually licking your toes. What do you do in this situation? Well, for Air Force veteran Peter Brennan, who this was not a hypothetical question for, his answer was to scream. With this all going down at 5 a.m. at the Hilton Downtown Hotel in Nashville. And this wasn't some random passerby that found his way into the room. He sees a man in a uniform with a name tag, and so he yells, "Who are you? Why are you in my room? What are you doing here?" It's like the man actually did talk to him, but he didn't give any substantive answers. The intruder then fleeing, with Brennan going to hotel security but saying that they didn't take him seriously. So instead, he calls the cops, and after investigating, they find that the suspect was actually David Neal, the hotel's night manager, with Brennan believing that this creep made a clone of his key card to get into his room, and so now he's suing him and the hotel. So one, I'm sorry if I just unlocked a new fear, or possibly kink for some of you, which remember, it's only a kink if it's consensual, otherwise a crime. And two, apparently use every latch thing, whatever you can put on a door, and then maybe even barricade it. Because apparently at some point in the last decade, all the weirdos were like, now's my time, I'm gonna go for it. And then, I wanna thank Seed for sponsoring this video during Digestive Health Month. Did you know that your inputs such as food and probiotics have direct correlation to your outputs? That's from a luxury department store, with Carol suing Trump for battery and defamation, with the defamation claim stemming from a 2022 post on Truth Social in which Trump called Miss Carol's case a complete con job and a hoax and a lie. And with his story breaking just before I uploaded today, obviously we're gonna have to keep our eyes on this, both for this specific situation, but also to see what else comes from this, because of course, at least 26 women have accused Donald Trump of sexual misconduct or assault, especially as even part of this Carol suit's only been made possible recently. Right, as Axios noted, Carol was only allowed to sue Trump for battery as of last November, because that's when New York.
Welcome back to the Video Donkey YouTube channel, where we only play the latest and hottest video games like Blade 2 for the PlayStation 2. Let's play this game.
Listen carefully to Whistler's instructions.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, first up, head towards the first glyph.
Okay.
Push the left analog.
Good. Now I want you to go to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Keep following the trail of glyphs until I say otherwise.
I am good at this kind of game because I played Banjo-Kazooie on Nintendo 64.
Good work, Blade. Now pull that switch.
Boom.
Door open.
Hell yeah.
Press the square button.
I know that button.
To jump.
Boom.
Come on, even an old man like me could make that jump.
Shut the fuck up, Whistler.
Nice work.
What is happening?
Which one of you motherfuckers ordered the blade meal? That's the name.
Whoa.
That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the song that plays in the movie Blade. Stop. Blade doesn't stop for nobody. Watch out for my blade bounce. Bow. Shit. Bow. Hell yeah. I hear a car. Oh. Fuck. Oh shit, he's going for the fatality. Here he goes.
Ooh, so exciting.
That was not exciting at all, Blade. That fucking sucked. Not this time. Watch out, vampire. Here it comes. Oh. Watch and learn, you bunch of bitches. Blade burns. Oh, he's got him in the Texas headlock.
Ooh, so exciting.
Blade, that is the least exciting part of the game by far. Not again. Okay, and there's another one. Okay. Sword. Wanna know why they call me Blade? Because watch what happens when I hit R1. Blade mode. Holy shit, I knocked his arm off. Watch out for my blade mode, you fucking vampire. Holy shit. Fuck you, vampire. So he's the truck. Watch. Vampires, I'm gonna give you this one chance. Walk away now. Walk away now and I can let this go. All right.
What?
And remember, you can buy Blade on DVD at any store where they still sell those. And they still have Blade.
Exploitica Nightclub, 10:05 p.m.
I think I hear Earth, Wind, and Fire playing in there. Oh my god, I actually lived. This is incredible. This is the best part of the movie where he goes here. Here we go. Oh. Okay, here we go. Here we go for real. So this is what the vampires were after all along. I should have known. I gotta go pee-pee. Wait a minute. Oh no, this poor guy. What? They're gonna be pissed off. In hell. Now it's a party. Here we go. Nobody saw that? Wait. That guy got hit with the boomerang. He's still dancing. Check this shit out. Wow. Okay, give me one more chance. Yeah. Oops. Okay, give me one more shot at this. Yeah. This is gonna be big. One more chance. Okay, just give me one more shot with this. God damn it. One more here in there. Yeah. And one more. Now that's a good game.
逃げられると思った？
待ってたわよ。
死を迎える準備は整った？力の神、抗うがいい。この程度か。
あんたの攻撃は終わり。それなら私の番で文句ある？
死ね。
キアナ、あんたが目を覚ました時、全てが変わっている。世界はもう美しくない。平凡な日常ももうない。でも諦めないで。何があっても諦めないで。
調子に乗るな。少佐、少佐、
少佐、
少佐。姫子、私は最強のバルキリーになるの。
キアナ、顔を上げなさい。あんたは前に進むのよ。この不完全な物語にあんたの望む姿に変えなさい。生きなさい、キアナ。これで授業はおしまいよ。
Wait, ain't no way. Wait.
Is this elevator broken? Why isn't it responding?
Why are you worried about this piece of junk? Do you really want to go down there and be a live target for the robots?
But if we evacuate, then haven't we lost out?
I thought he sounds so
idiots!
goofy.
We'll just steal off the miners. Look, I saw with my own eyes.
Why does
Falling
this?
asleep in a place like this.
I know and got into a fight with them.
Ain't no way. Connor has voice lines that can't enjoy. Holy. Somebody did a Genshin with Pu Tao. Dia, what you not go? Fuck. I'm alarm, okay.
Let me just boop, and then boop, and then boop. There you go, perfect. Let's bring out boop. There you go. This one here. I'm just gonna go auto this. There we go. Let's go on to the next step. There we go. We're gonna go take that and this one as well. Now we have to duplicate that. Perfect. It's gonna do it a bunch more times. They sure hurt the alarm. Hey, let me try something. And then let's do like this. Oh, dude. One more time.
What the
There
fuck?
we go.
That guy's a monster. I wanna do it. Combat Made Cosplay Series. Showcase. Wait, I need to just send this to someone on Discord. I have to share this with someone on Discord. Ah, fuck it, I'm gonna leave it at that. I had to.
It's bright, but the wind cuts like a knife. What I seek is nothing more but
Holy.
purpose in my life. Burning to the light, lost by the cold false inside. I was granted free to take to become a force in one. Through the mirror, I reflected the argument.
Wait, now that I see it, the cosplay was so cheaply made for $100. Like, what the fuck? You're getting plastic. The fate of all weeps.
Flash kids.
I'm looking for a waifu simulator.
Sure, we've got all the latest imports. There's Waifu Pharma 5, Waifu Rapture, and Birthright Saver, of course.
Waifu Express do osugashi demasu.
So,
What the fuck?
you discovered anime's real, huh?
Hey,
Lame,
what
just
they are?
beyond the fabric of our reality.
Oh, one of my Prussian field artillery waifus fell on my head and sent me on a wonderful isekai adventure where I met the love of my life. Then I woke up.
And now you're trying to go back. Listen, kid, I don't know how you found out about the Waifu Express, but it's too dangerous.
Please! I'm starting to forget what she looked like. All I have left is this fan art I drew when I woke up.
She's cute, kid, but you don't understand. The game was never meant to reach the West. It gives off alpha waves our Caucasian minds can't handle. You could die.
Then I'll die! She's all I've got.
The crazy things we do for love.
Oh,
Fine, I'll burn you a copy. You play the game for 7 days and 7 nights, then look to the east.
Wait, was that a Ringo reference? 7 days, 7 nights.
Oh, yeah. The East. I'm looking for a girl. Big eyes, crazy hair, kind of impractical outfit. Have you seen her? This is the Waifu Express, right? It can take me to anime worlds?
You mean the Astral Express? It can travel to any world in the universe. But we have to be careful, as the story rail is sometimes blocked, and plowing ahead without thought could be dangerous.
I'm coming, Waifu!
How much anime did you ingest?
What the
This
fuck?
isn't her.
Ugly
We can't keep using the Astral Express to jump between worlds. The Stellarons make the chance of derailment too high.
I don't give a damn about your hecking anime plot points. My waifu is the only person who's ever cared about me. Death is a small price to pay in the face of devotion.
When I first arrived on the Astral Express, I didn't think anyone cared about me either.
Who gives a damn?
But I wasn't alone after all.
No, don't drag me into an anime montage where I learn the value of friendship!
What's wrong with him?
He's suffering from anime-induced brain damage. Our only hope is to try and drain some of the foreign fluid surrounding his cerebrum. Jesus Christ, I've never seen it this bad.
Holy
God knows
Gage.
what's going on in that poor little boy's head.
Wow. I really learned the value of friendship.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It sure is.
My waifu.
There's a 98% chance of derailment.
Almost.
Welcome back to life, little boy.
Put me back! Put me back! Put
Come on, wake up! Heal him, Natasha! Please don't die!
You all really do care about me.
And we always will, whether you find your waifu or not.
I think I better put that on pause for a while. I almost hurt you all. I'm sorry. Is there a planet made of boobies?
No.
That's okay. I'm sure someone will mod it later. I'm just happy I'll always have you all.
Mod.
Oops.
Oh, wait.
Do you want to board the real Waifu Express? And travel to planets unknown in search of forbidden waifus to add to your battle harem? But not just any waifus, because you have standards. Waifus you can upgrade with loot, skills, and abilities, and then hurl at the antimatter legion who I'm 50% sure are trying to outlaw boobies from the universe. Not on my watch! It's classic space fantasy! Swords, spells, cage-fighting Uzis. And of course, giant boss battles!
In a brand new free-to-play game from the creators of Genshin Impact called Honkai.
Asta's voice sounds familiar. No way.
Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars! Give these trailblazers your blessing. My hobby, stargazing. Decided by destiny.
Oh.
Who gave you the right to tell me what to do with my money?
Yes. got that Jojo in him. Some bullshit garbage.
Language warning, lots of big boy words and swearing. Please advise.
I love you. Just the way you are.
Yeah, I need to be ready. That's Ruby.
Yep, story of my life.
And, what about... You're just going to leave them?
Oh, fuck off. You're so full of shit.
Ah, fuck, I was... Wait. I was bamboozled.
The way I go through with red roses burn my eyes. Cold rain starts pouring hard. I've been called upon. Never let you go is why I did. For a chance at least to live in your way. Love of you is my most cherished thing. So stay alive bravely.
British?
俺から目そらすとええ度胸や。上がってこんかい。自由に狩りだぜ。
Yes, I died. Fuck me. I wonder what did I lose? Ah, okay. That's what I was going to go for.
両手上げてさ。収入が得られないというトラブルが発生しており、高校生も被害に遭っています。注意することが花一副業サイトや SNS など誰でも簡単に稼げるなどと説明されますが、楽に稼げるうまい話はありません。情報商材は高額すぎて私はできませんので。
じゃあちょっと待って。
「
I like the size. Okay. Let's see. Okay.
It's like a.
どこに来たんってどこに来たんって大阪や。
这条真的。
我又往回走。
Wait, that was shit.
아니 여기 그럼 10원은 다른 느낌 아니야? 똑같이.
정신이 없어가지고 얘들 제일
Ah, what the fuck? Oh.
Well, the thing is, it's like.
What anime is that? God Adapter Sword or whatever, what?
チェンソーマン後ろカードゲームを愛する全ての人へメ
スロードカードゲーム祭り2023。大会はもちろん
The fuck is that VTuber shit? I keep a destroyer. Was watching that anime. I'm an episode delayed, but I'm watching that anime. I keep a destroyers. Wait, why there's a van with idols in it? The fuck is that truck? Cringe. Imagine walking to that cringe. Ah, foreigners. Oh my god, Schizo. I wanna buy that. Wait, what anime is that up there? It's a ramen anime collab. I wanna. You get a picture. Wait, what the fuck? Ah. Oh. 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 Ah. I should have named these. Now that I think about it. Wait, hey yo, wait a minute, hey yo, hey yo. Opa, what is this? What is this? Can you see it? Oh, you don't see it. What is that? What is that? What is that? Boobs. Ah, I wish I know Japanese so I can know what is that. If you know what is that, DM me. Or tag me on Twitter. If it's a porn game, send a link. Nah, probably don't do that. Please, probably don't. Actually, don't send me anything. Fuck you. Wait, what is that? Who is that? Anime golf girl. The fuck is all that shit? Garbage. A maid. Oh my god, she clocked into her shift. Look at her. Just went over there. Wait, is that a cafe? Oh, that looks so good. It's going in. Ooh, wait, is that like, wait, what? Squirrel. Pokemon squirrel. I forget the name of that squirrel, but it's a Pokemon. Oh, what is that? Cameraman? Look at that wall. Idolmaster shiny colors. Wait, what is that? Are those the anime girl shoes? Wait, what? What is that? Wait, ain't no way those are those anime girl shoes. Holy, I can see my favorite idol shoes. Who the fuck were those? I think they just got this out of a fucking $1 shop. Whoa, they have umbrellas. I wonder what they do with that. Do they put it in storage or do they sell it on the internet? DHL. I'm here. Okay. I see McDonald's. What is this? Blu-ray. What? What's a Blu-ray? Bodyguard. Wait, NPC? What? Didn't we saw that person earlier? NPC. The Matrix. Holy, what the fuck is that guy wearing? Wait, who this? Holy cowboy, hallelujah. Yeehaw. What time is it? It's 1 a.m. Holy. Oh wait, what is that? What is this? Wait, Umamu, Hololive. Umamusume. Ain't no way I can collect all of those. Can I play as Isekai Sheet, whatever? I just do a one shot and win. Kawaii? Question mark? Wait, what is this? Okay, this seems cool. This is a cafe piscina. A golf cat girls cafe. I'm in. And I get scammed and they poured. Oh, Okay, how about the destroyers? I made. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. I feel like I did good. I feel like I did good. I don't know. Alright. Oh. Oh, Gundam. Should I go into Gundam? I feel like it's hard, a hard hobby. I find Lego more fun than Gundams, but I'll try and do Gundam. Oh, what is this? Well, I'm on Twitter and the person I see is a pic of titties. Bro, how do I make a bra? Oh my god. Oh my god. Titties. Oh my god. Oh my god, succubus. It was cool.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I'm gay. Good at Yu-Gi-Oh!
What the fuck? What the fuck did I just? What the fuck did I just? Yo. Oh my. What? Oh my. What? Shut up, whoever the fuck you are. Twitter. I read the burger. Okay. Oh, there's so much boobs. What the fuck is this AI? Is this real? What the fuck? Okay. Boobs. Made to Skate manga adaptation. Holy. Whatever that is. Whatever it is. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck am I? What the fuck? That had to be AI. That had to be AI. OP video update on 10 million. Okay, I'm gonna upload the picture. There it is, tweeted. I tweeted it out. There it is. That's a penis. That's a penis. That's a cock. That's another cock. That's a huge cock. Cock. That's a viper from, okay, cock. Okay. Nice. Okay. Save this. We want to override. Yeah, override. saved. Ah, nakedness. Booba. Well, this is kind of cool. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, I think. Wait a minute, I like this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. I cook. Muscle, Harry Potter, magic and muscle. Somebody took Harry Potter and put fucking magic muscles. Alright, that's the end of stream. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, my brain hurts. I'm looking for a job. I need a new job. Someone need a job. I'm looking for a job. Kita kau salah. Bye bye.